Hey, what is going on, everybody? Boilon here, back for another video on Marvel Strike Force. Today, we have some pretty big data mines to discuss. It seems like every other day is a data mine, but there is some pretty big information that you probably want to know. And the top one for this one, well, also P.S., the Orchis stats have been switched on. I'm not going to go over it in this video. I actually have another video that I'm going to be going over Lady Deathstrike and Scientist Supreme in Orchis Raid tech section of that. I'm going to be trialing them out. But yes, a massive stats. I'm gonna go over the before and after of my characters. Absolute insanity. The only character on my roster that's 1 million. But the big thing that's in today's data mine, there is also the events for next week. We're going to talk about all of the things that you need to do to prepare for that. Agatha Harkness is confirmed to be the extra rework for Night Stalkers, and it is not Elsa Bloodstone. Apparently, now we can confirm that Agatha is going to be on Night Stalkers, and so much so that I'll do this right now. It was probably a waste of time, actually, since she won't get that in a month. Maybe I shouldn't have done that, actually, but there we go. That just proves that I am willing to do that upgrade because at this point it's confirmed. We're going to go over all of those data mines in this video, so if you're ready to go, let's boil this down. Okay, there's actually quite a bit. Now, if you caught my video from last night, there's some things that you probably already seen. You've seen all this stuff about moments and null, so I'm not going to go back over that. We are going to zoom in twice. There we go. So there is an MCU Agatha skin coming. It is called the WandaVision skin. Thanks to Cursed J for putting together or throwing the files into Blender. If you guys don't know what Blender is, it's a program where you can take the graphical assets and you can kind of throw them together. And so that's how we got this Agatha, because there's a bit of a line down the middle, but otherwise this is the T-pose for the Agatha skin. And at least you'll be able to use it. So, Agatha is getting a rework and she's getting a skin. So, hey, that's better than, when they do skins for 3-year-old characters that aren't even in the meta anymore and they make you pay for it. This time this is going to be obviously going to be based on the TV show, but it says it's the WandaVision skin here based on 2021's WandaVision. So there you go. Some more null graphics. We got the null T-pose. This is also by Cursed J for throwing the graphics into Blender, the files there, and this is the T-pose for null. And I think this is like the cutscene. It's going to be a cutscene for his skill, I believe. There's some sort of like almost like a comic book style art when they use ultimates, and I think this is part of it for null. So kind of cool. I like the anime. I like the heads here on the side, pretty cool, and the all black sword. So there's going to be something like that when he uses his ultimate skill. We also, first up on the data mines, we have Sentinel. So he is going to be the first character of the Orchis raid team coming out next week. Now, I believe it's next Tuesday, but, don't quote me on this. It's going to be on the blog. So they'll probably mention whatever day it's going to be, but it's going to be next week because there's a whole slew of Orchis raid events starting next week that you're going to need these characters and you're going to have to use them. So we're going to talk about that as well. Anyways, first character up on the team. So I think the order is Sentinel, Nimrod, and then Omega Sentinel. I think that's of the new characters. I think that's the order in which the offers are going to come out. But there's some stuff we need to talk about because there's some concerns in here as well. Alive, a greater purpose. So this is next week's event where they did confirm. I don't have the blog post on hand, but they posted the blog post last night that basically said that they were going to add an event that is going to give you gladiator shards. Now, I'm a bit skeptical. I don't know how many shards you're going to get. They said up to 100. However, I don't really think that means that most of us are going to get 100. So do temper your expectations and take it with a grain of salt. We won't know the exact tables and how much we're going to get until Friday. So, Commander, get ready for this exciting event. A greater purpose milestone, gain progress in this event by spending ISO 8 campaign energy. So if you haven't been I mean, I don't know if you can do much hoarding. Maybe you can, but if you want to, you can. Otherwise, I guess make sure your packs are at 500 out of 500 and save some power cores, I guess, if you want, because you might get gladiator shards out of it. That's all I can really suggest here at this point. It's not usually a good idea to hoard too much ISO 8 energy because you can't do it indefinitely. And you can't hoard both energy sources for a while either, because then it starts impacting your strike pass points. You can hoard ISO 8 energy for about, I think it's about 8 or 9 days. If you did your hoarding for the strike pass on the day, right? Like if you didn't claim your stuff on the first day. So you can do it for a bit. You could probably actually do it between now and Monday. So if you want to start hoarding up your ISO 8 energy, I think that's probably fine to do so ahead of that event. Battling in Cosmic Crucible and collecting Crimson Council Orb fragments. Now this is from web milestone stuff, so don't worry about that. Battling in Blitz with Annihilators and earning rewards, including Gladiator Shards, treats, purple ISO stuff, and Crimson Gear. One thing that I do want to say is that the web milestone, however, does require you to spend radioactive treats. So don't spend your treats. Now, it is a web milestone, which usually suggests that it's not going to be that difficult. But I don't know, right? And out of an abundance of caution, I would probably hold on to your treats between now and Monday so you don't accidentally spend it. You know, I think that's really important. I don't know how much you're going to need, so I would just save it. You know, there should be more than enough time to spend your treats, because I think looking at the event store, even by Monday, you know, you're still going to have, I don't know, 12 days, I think, to spend this. So unless you have a boat ton, I think it'd probably be okay. So it's an entire web milestone that involves spending radioactive treats, and you get these Crimson Council Orb fragments, Crimson Council, I think this is Orchis related, but I'm not 100% sure on that. Maybe that's something related to the Shi'ar. Actually, you know what? Maybe those are the Gladiator Orbs. You know, chance to 100, right? So maybe Crimson Council, I haven't looked it up. Crimson Council might be Shi'ar related. That's just my wild guess. Anyways, maybe that's where you're getting Gladiator Shards. The points for this, like I said, spending ISO 8 energy, battling in Cosmic Crucible, earning those fragments, and then Blitz with these. You get bonus points for the Annihilators at 5 yellow plus. I hope the Blitz part is not that bad. And then I got really frustrated that there's a treat web milestone. Hopefully it's not that bad. Now, there is going to be a Raid Alliance event next week, similar to the one that you guys might remember from Alpha Flight and Spotlight Raids. This one is called Tolerance is Extinction. You may have seen it mentioned. This is the next Alliance-based event. Earn Cosmic Power and Ciphers. I don't know 100%, and I think they won't mention this until Friday on the blog. I don't know what a cipher is. Alliance event, they're rewarding ciphers, and whatever these are, maybe it's a new thing for Orchis raids. Sorry, not for Orchis. For Orchis, the team, the release system, or whatever's happening next week. Commanders celebrate the arrival of Orchis raids and the Orchis team with this new Alliance event. Tolerance's Extinction milestone to score points. Battle in raids, collect milestone points from Orchis raid nodes. So that's what I mean. Just like the Spotlight raid event where you got the 1 diamond Sasquatch, or whatever the diamond Sasquatch is, you're gonna get extra milestone points specifically on the Orchis raid nodes. What that's gonna look like, I don't know. I'm assuming the further you go on the raid, the more points you're gonna get. That's how it was in the Spotlight raid. I'm assuming it's like this. So you want to do maximum progression in your Orchis raid. So if you're struggling on D2 or D3, go back a difficulty so that you can, get more progress, because the way this worked for the Spotlight raid was that you got more points per node than you did for the difficulty bonus. You got like 2,000 points per node, but for going up a difficulty, it was only a bonus of 100. So if you didn't get like 100, your goal is to get as close to 100% as possible. And so I'll probably be going back to like D1 for my alliance, just so we can run this and like get 100% or close to. So that's it there. But it also includes Orchis Team Orbs. And I am really scared as to what this is going to be and what this is going to include. If it's going to be, speculation is that there is going to be a very high percentage chance of Scientist Supreme, and she's going to be the Silver Surfer equivalent. And I think we're going to be starting with the Sentinel Orb. Now it says Team Orbs, but that's what they said with the Annihilators, and it became individual orbs. I don't think it's all 3 characters. However, there is some other weird stuff. We're also going to get ciphers as rewards as well. I don't think this one's a leaderboard though, and I don't think the other one's a leaderboard either, but I mean, subject to change, right? So the points for Tolerance's extinction includes the following: battle in raids, and then milestone points from battling in Orchis raids. I skipped that. Battle in raids with Orchis characters, LDS and Scientist Supreme. And then it says battle in raids with Sentinel, Nimrod, and Omega Sentinel. They're giving points, allegedly, for all 3 of them. And that confuses me greatly because the Sentinel offer is next week and not the other 2. So are they giving all 3 characters in the Team Orb at once that is maybe going to be available through offers or something like that? When this event goes live? I don't know. And I don't know how to answer this. I just know what I saw in the data mines. So we're going to have to wait until Friday to get more clear about what is going on with this release and how they're going to, like, what the orbs are going to look like, basically. How fucked are we? At the end of the day, I guess that's really what it comes down to. This stuff not that important, actually. Just kind of more stuff that I found in this is like the UI roster stuff, and it just showed Battle World in there. That's really about it. And this is the meat of it here. Well, this is the rest of the meat. Is that in the hero trait section in one of the data mine files, it basically said it was called the recommended squads file, and it had the recommended squads for the trait Night Stalkers, and it has the following characters: Oath. I think this is Karen Page, or some sort of code name, or maybe that's her hero name. Maybe Karen Page is Oath. Maybe that's her character name. I don't know. Or that's how it's coded. Man Thing, Blade, Agatha Harkness, and Moon Knight. So this confirms an Agatha rework with a Blade release alongside the above characters. Oath, it must be Karen at this point. And then we knew that Man Thing was coming. Blade Legendary looks likely. I think this is what we've been saying for a while. I've been saying this for a while. But no, it's no Elsa Bloodstone. So no Elsa Bloodstone, no Ghost Rider OG. It's Agatha Harkness. Guess it goes alongside the show that's coming out next month, right? So there it is. That's the rest of the news. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. Just some summaries here. Agatha Harkness is the rework. Blade is coming to the game. And make sure that you save your ISO 8 energy and you save your radioactive treats for the events next week. As far as the Orchis Team Orbs go, I have no idea what that's going to look like yet, but know that there's a good chance it's going to be shit and we're not going to like it. But we'll talk about that in videos when we know more. And yeah, the characters are coming soon. And there's a raid event next week. So prepare for that. And if you haven't upgraded your Lady Deathstrike and Scientist Supreme, you might want to start doing that because you're going to need to use them for this event next week as well. So that's it for now. Enjoy the rest of your day. Enjoy Pocket Dimension. I'm going to finally be able to get into Pocket Dimension, for better or for worse, and start doing that. So have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Boilon signing out.